There's not too many things that are annoying to me, but one of them is traffic. And I'm in a little bit of it right now. It's not terrible, and I really don't drive anywhere anymore because I work from home as a trader, and it's basically me and my computer, and that's it. But I am in some right now, and it's inching along slowly, and it's irritating to me because I'm an impatient person by nature, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go, let's go. So anytime that I get in these types of moments, I'm like, this is a good exercise for you to work on being calm and just enjoying the waiting, right? Because I'm eventually gonna get where I need to go. And so I just have to wait a little bit. So I need to quit whining, quit being a whiner. But there you go. That's one of my pet peeves. Eventually I'll share the other one with you guys, but you have to hang around before I share that one with you. But another day in the markets. Yesterday we had the Bears get a victory, and they hadn't secured one in quite some time. But their celebration was short-lived because the Bulls just came gunning back in, smacked the Bears right in the teeth, and the SPX closes up 29 points today, and it was a nice push. Futures were a little shaky to start. You got the Challenger job cuts data that came in, and the ADP employment change was pretty weak. And so there was a little bit of selling that took place there, but it rebounded nicely. We got news that the U.S. and Vietnam achieved a trade deal, and off of that enthusiasm, we saw things push higher. Specifically, Bitcoin, hello, almost up 4,000 points. And then you had tickers like Coinbase bumping off of that push on Bitcoin. You had Marathon Digital Holdings getting a little bit of a push today as well. Man, I'm still getting used to this camera. And so we saw some nice bumps. We also saw a bump from Tesla. So Tesla released their delivery and production information. It was mostly in alignment with analyst expectations, slightly under, but that was enough for things to push. And it got up into about $322 pre-market, sold back down, closed around $315, $316. So Tesla slightly came back to life today. So some strength there. We also saw Nvidia be green. Two tickers that always seem to work together in tandem, meaning whatever one does, the other does. And just go look at the charts on this. But for 2 consecutive days, Netflix has been red, which that's pretty crazy. Whoa, look at this. See, I told you this is gonna be unfiltered here. We haven't seen Netflix have red days like that in quite some time. So to see that 2 days in a row is crazy. It's a little weird, but also too, pay attention to that relationship with Spotify, because if Netflix is red, Spotify typically is selling down too. And they did, which was unique because we saw everything be so bullish. The Dow Jones Industrial was an inside day. We saw another push higher on IWM. Check out that candle on the daily. That's a nice looking candle there. And Robinhood, HOOD, broke $100. And I know some of the traders in our community, the Courage community, hit on Robinhood today. I think we had someone else hit on BBAI. So congrats to you guys. But really just lots of opportunities out there today. If you study your charts and we're anticipating things. And for me, what I was looking at, I was planning on day trading coin today, but I didn't because I set up a play on Roblox because it has been on a tear. And just a little side note, are you guys familiar with Grow a Garden? I did a little short about this, but my son absolutely loves it. His friends absolutely love it. Now, they're youngsters, they're in elementary school, but this game is smashing records in terms of number of players simultaneously. It's all over YouTube, but that sentiment and enthusiasm around that game has pushed Roblox higher, and it's pulled back here the last few days. So I saw that as an opportunity for me today. I'm like, you know what? There could be a little bounce opportunity to take this one higher, and I was able to capture a small move on that. Not for a full profit, but I got about 3/4 of the way to my profit target. Cash that sucker out, and I did just 2 little scalps after that, one on Tesla, and that wrapped up my trading day. But the Roblox was my winner, so was pretty happy about that. And so what I'm looking forward to tomorrow, remember it's going to be a shortened trading day because we have 4th of July on Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday with your family. But we get the unemployment rate and non-farm payrolls tomorrow. And be ready, because things could flip at any time. And that little, I wouldn't even call it a dip yesterday, but the market is due to cool off. I still think we probably have about another week and a half of bullishness before we do start to see some weakness come back in and we get a little bit of a pullback. But if that unemployment rate comes in hot tomorrow, non-farm payrolls comes in hot tomorrow, we will get some selling. So just be prepared for that. And also keep in mind that we're cramming full trading week into 3.5 days, being that we're closed on Friday and being that it's a shortened day tomorrow. So just be aware that there's going to be a compression of activity and volatility, and could be some significant moves. I'll be trading in the car because we're headed on a family trip, but I'll get a quick trade in on my phone, scope something out and take it. And that's the other thing I wanted to bring up is I mentioned at the beginning that I despise traffic and that I don't drive much anymore, because as a trader, you really don't need to go anywhere. The only thing you need is your computer. But I will say this, one of the biggest adjustments for me, just talking about the life as a trader, my previous life worked in schools, was a principal, and I was constantly around people. I was constantly talking to people, interacting with students, teachers, parents. And to go from that to trading to where it's just you and your computer and your charts, it's an introvert's dream, and I am an introvert by nature, although I do have extrovert tendencies. But it does start to get lonely when you do it long enough to where you're like, all right, I need to get around people. I need to be involved with some projects where I'm working on things with people. And that hit me there probably in the last 6 months. I was like, man, I'm really getting that itch to be around people and communicate, collaborate, talk. And that's just the nature of trading, right? Because it's something that you do by yourself. You could trade with other people. One of the reasons why I love to still teach trading and offer coaching is because I get to interact with people, but it can be a little lonely. So you got to find ways to get involved and get out there and connect with people, because if you're just staring at a computer screen for a chunk of hours, not just the trading part, but the studying, you know, that'll do some work on your brain. So just giving it to you straight, my experience as a full-time trader, you know, what that's like. And so sharing that with you here, the raw information. All right, folks. It's gonna do it here for today. I gotta figure out this camera mount because it's like falling and flipping. So that happened a few times here in this 3rd episode of Driven. But let me know if there's something you want me to cover here. Here's a question for you. The beard, it is gray. Cut it off or leave it, let it grow. What are your thoughts? I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, I should just let this thing grow. Let me see if I can pull off like this Santa Claus beard. I would probably get impatient, but I figured I'd ask you guys for your feedback. So let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys joining me, being a supporter of the channel. Like, subscribe, share with your family and friends, leave a comment. It does mean a lot to me as I work on building this channel up. And if I can help you with something, if you want me to look at a ticker, put together a video, I'm going to be getting in the studio to record a bunch of new stuff this coming weekend after our trip. So I'll be putting some stuff together. Going to have an earnings video coming out. I'm going to be doing more of these. So if you want something, let me know. I am here to help you. And maybe by putting some goodness out in the world, I can avoid traffic the next time. Make it a great day, guys. Take care.